Hello, this is Short John Red, and welcome back to part 4 of Scarlet Hollow. Sorry. I always have to clear my throat in these videos, don't I? If you're wondering why it sounds a little different, I got a headset, so hopefully the audio will be a lot better than the previous 3 parts. And also, just a reminder, the first 3 parts were just an early alpha build that I was able to get access to via the Patreon. But now this is the official release of the Roads Untraveled update. So, yeah, and also another announcement. I decided I'm gonna do a non-commentary hardcore mode playthrough. So yeah, I'm gonna do 3 different series on this one game. Like, first the original no commentary playthrough, then this current commentary playthrough that I'm doing, and then I'm gonna do a no commentary playthrough for hardcore mode. And just check in. Yep, everything's good. And I'm also gonna try to pace myself a bit better since, I have to read all the dialogue, and there's a reason why the hardcore playthrough's gonna be no commentary. Anyways. Yes, I would like to continue. And, oh, crap, I feel like I was gonna say something, but I can't remember. What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? I'm sure it'll come to me. You open your eyes. The sun has risen. The birds are singing. You are still alive. And for now, you are safe. Your gaze wanders across the room to the window and the woods beyond. You wonder if the monsters are lurking there, right now. Just beyond the trees, ready to pounce as soon as you leave the crumbling estate. A familiar unease settles into your gut, tangling into a knot of anxiety, wriggling as the events of last night play out in your head. You can't help but remember the sight of the pale faces jeering at you from the trees, their calls echoing through the woods as you ran for your life. I don't know if this is what I was gonna say, but previously there was like this really handy journal that told you about the choices you made and what traits you currently have. But now they removed it for some reason, so I'm totally in the dark. I mean, I'm pretty sure I chose the book smart and powerful build traits, but I don't know, the game sort of glitched and thought I had the street smarts trait. Hopefully I won't have that here. Let's just hope this playthrough goes well. Hunger pulls you from the clammy depths of the mattress. Wait, what the? Note you can refresh yourself in events by using the journal icon, the quick menu? I'm sorry. Oh, here it is! They didn't remove it, they just moved it. When did I eat something terrible? Okay, powerful build, book smart. Okay. I swear to God, I do not recall eating something terrible. Was attacked by a mountain lion. Let's see. Let's check on the possum. You open the drawers to check in on the little possum you met yesterday. Oh good, he's still here. That's nice. Leave the little man in his place. I don't know why you would pet a possum. You decided to leave the little man in peace. Great, the doll didn't move during the night. Maybe it isn't haunted after all, though after everything you went through yesterday, that's hardly a consolation. Oh, there's Wayne right there. You can see him. Apparently he actually appears a lot in the game, though I don't really notice it most of the time. I only notice it here because the game points out to you, as you'll see in a bit. You creep towards the window, careful not to be seen by whatever might be lurking in the garden. For a second you thought you saw a move. See, it was there and now it's gone. It could have been an animal. It could have been something else. Where it is, it's gone now. Maybe you'll head out there and investigate after you've finished waking up. It's probably a good idea to check in with your new friend. You can't imagine she's holding up very well. Let's just send a picture of a tiger cat you found on the internet. It might take her a minute to get back to you. In the meantime, get dressed and head down to the kitchen. You're back in the kitchen. Frou-Frou eyes you from the corner, from her favorite spot on the counter. Excuse me, ma'am, but may I pet your beautiful fur? Part of you hopes that flattery might win her over. As silly as that may seem, you are, after all, talking to a cat. A black cat. Frou-Frou merely flicks her tail faster. It doesn't look promising. Hey. You sure took your time getting up. Let's be a little snarky. Like, I just woke up. I'm still a bit groggy. It's like 8 a.m. Is that late? It's late for someone who's supposed to be at work half an hour ago. Like me. I don't want any repeats of last night. From now on, no running around the woods after dark. It's dangerous out there. You could fall down a cliff. You could get stuck in a hidden cave somewhere. You could get lost in the woods and never be found. Just because nothing happens here doesn't mean it's safe. I want you home by sunset from here on out. Well, I tried getting home by sunset. I was just attacked by a mountain lion. Then get home before sunset. Sure. What's up with you and Stella? We just have a history, that's all. I don't need to explain myself to you. I don't think you have to worry about me doing anything wild tonight. I wasn't exactly planning on any more nighttime excursions into those monster-infested woods. Great. Glad you learned your lesson. I'm late enough as it is. I'm going to work, and I expect to see you here at sunset. Tyler takes a few steps towards the door. Sunset. Your cousin heftily exits the kitchen. Her footsteps fade down the hall, ending in the characteristic creak, then slam of the front door as it opens and closes behind her. Once again, you are the only human in the estate. A text from Stella. It's another tired cat. Hope you're holding up okay, or as good as you can with all the creepy stuff we saw last night. I was up most of the night on cryptid forums. No real answers yet. I'm at the library now, if you want to join. I have scones. I've never eaten a scone, in case you wanted to know, though you probably didn't. I'll be there in a bit. Still waking up. And that's that. Time to start your day. Huh. You know, we could try to clean the bathroom. You know, I know these are new choices I haven't explored, but... Well, I'll do that in the hardcore mode, since I want to be a... Like, my goal for hardcore mode would be to be a good cousin. At least, an acceptable one, anyways. And then I'll explore the don't leave the estate options there, but... For now, I'm just gonna do what you were able to do originally in the game. But first, let's investigate the garden. As your eyes wander to the garden door, you shudder, remembering the brief glimpse of something you saw from your upstairs window. It was probably just a raccoon, but the uncertainty of what you saw gnaws at you and compels you to investigate. If only to prove that it was nothing. At the very least, you don't see anything now. You wander further into the garden, trying to pinpoint the spot where that thing had been lurking. If indeed there had been a thing to begin with. The garden is peaceful, but undeniably eerie. Here, more than anywhere else, you're surrounded by the ghost of what this place used to be. The greenhouse sits in the midst of the overwhelming greenery, unreachable from years of neglect. Its glass clouded and cracked. Statues reach from within seas of weeds, begging to be rescued. Most strikingly, behind a pair of rusted mill gates at the very peak of the mountains sits a graveyard. You can just make out a few headstones, the Scarlet name carved deep and proud into their faces. You notice what a good view someone would have of your window if they stood where you are standing right now. You crouch down, pushing aside the green to examine the soft earth. A boot print, a big boot print, and what looks like some kind of viscera. Your thoughts turn to the specter from the night before. You snap a quick photo, just in case it comes in handy later. Hey, let's text this Stella. You send the photo to Stella. Look what I found in the garden from my window. No way, that's Tabitha's scared emoji. Sorry, couldn't help myself there. I cringe at myself sometimes. Tabitha isn't here to stop you now. You head outside back to the mountain path that leads to town. The walk back to town is much less pleasant today than it was yesterday, when you didn't yet know that the woods were full of monsters and strange men who know your name. You stare anxiously into the darkness between the trees, searching for any signs of movement. The woods are still, at least for now. The autumn-tinged mountains sprawling for miles in every direction now feel less this beautiful scenery and more like the walls of a cage. Your phone buzzes in your pocket. Jeez, that's creepy. All the more reason to come to the library. Look what I found at the library. Said she was up all night thinking about the video, adding you to a group text. I'm only here because it's quieter than the store. Or was, lol. I'm trying to figure out what animal that could be. I don't buy into this harbinger of doom stuff. We know what animals they are. They're ditchlings, and they are harbingers of doom. Sounds like they're having fun. I want to say this, but I want to... OMG, it's Kanika. Hi, Kanika. Almost back to town. You make it to town in one piece. No creatures jumped out at you. No scare men blocked your path. The sight of other people is comforting, helping you forget the things you witnessed as if they happened to someone else. Oh, like there's Avery and Sybil. That's right, because I didn't meet them last episode. This is technically the first time I'm meeting both of them. Hey, you're Tabitha's cousin, right? Man, their resemblance really is uncanny. The name's Avery. I work over at the diner. And I'm Sybil. I run the tea house. I believe you met my daughter, Kanika, yesterday. And my daughter's friend Stella, for that matter. You've really been getting around. And you wouldn't happen to know what's up with her, would you? She mentioned something about you in the woods last night, but she was real cagey about it. Did something happen out there? She barely even waved when she walked by. You know what? Let's tell them. You tell everything that happened last night. I have no idea what those things were, but it looks like they've been infecting... Whoa, slow down. You all actually found something out there. Apparently so. Man, you seem way more calm about this than I'd be. Tell you what, I'm on break for the next half hour. How about you swing by the diner? When you can fix you some Sybil's new blend and try to calm your nerves. It's chaga and lemon balm. It always helped me on the bad days. And if you need to talk about what happened, I'm all ears. Anyways, it's up to you. See you around, Odie. See ya, Sybil. Take care now, Avery. I better get back to it myself. But actually, before I go, a word. What do you want to say to me alone? Stella came by my teen room last night. She told me about what you saw out in the woods, and showed me her footage too. I know what you two went through, and I know what you saw. Those creatures are real. Neither of you imagined them, and they're certainly no ordinary creatures. My grandmother called them ditchlings, and they're a terrible omen, a sign of great suffering and destruction to come. I've told Stella and my daughter what I know, though I'm afraid that's not much. I've never heard of these ditchlings, and I feel like I know a lot about folk tales. Not everything is recorded in writing. Some things you got to hear about from folks who've seen them firsthand. And when you get as old as I am, you hear a lot of things. Yeah, I bet you do. You know, you should count yourself lucky. There aren't many people who've seen a ditchling and lived to tell about it. Or so they say. So they're dangerous. Are they going to start attacking people? I think you misunderstood me. They're not dangerous on their own. Think of them more like birds flocking before a storm. They're neither a threat on their own nor the cause of what's to come. Merely a sign that things are not as they should be. What kind of destruction are we talking about here? If you see just one or two, I'd say it could be a bridge collapse, a bad accident, something tragic, but not devastating. With this many, multiplying like they are, I couldn't tell you. What can we do about stopping what's coming? I'm afraid I don't have any good answers to that, but Stella and Kanika are doing their best to get to the bottom of this. Aside from that, I suppose the best we can all do is stay close to our loved ones. I'd say that would mean Talis should try spending more time with her only living relative while she can, but I get the feeling she cares a little too much about her work to let herself leave it for that long. You can always go to her. Maybe that would bring her a little joy, even if she might struggle to admit as much. You know what? I'm not going to tell you about Wayne. No offense, Sybil, but all of this sounds far-fetched. It sounds like you're saying this is magic or something. I appreciate your skepticism. It's a little like talking to my daughter. You actually enjoy arguing with your daughter. More on that later. But believe me when I say I'd gladly welcome any other explanation. Unfortunately, I struggle to find one. I'm sorry to cut our conversation short, but I've got things that need tending to. Stay safe, Odie, and God bless. I don't trust that woman. You'll probably see why in this route, but I don't trust her. I don't trust her one single bit. There is something so unbelievably sketchy about that woman. And I'm not gonna go to the general store. The less I have to interact with Miles, the better. Let's swing by the diner. Let's talk to Avery. Interesting, this is also the first time I've been to the diner. In this route. The diner's a little quiet, but the air is still heavy with the tantalizing smell of breakfast. You slide into the booth across from Avery. Hey there, stranger. Before you can exchange words, Winnie stands up, a fresh mug of tea in hand. Heard you might need this. My condolences, by the way. Welcome to the holler. Do let us know if you need anything this week. The answer to 29 down is oink, by the way. What? But the clue is pen sound. How is that a sound of a pen mix? Wait. Pen like pig pen? Are you kidding me? How was I supposed to guess that? I don't know why you even bother with those things. They're just gonna frustrate you. It's just something to do to fill time. But maybe I should switch to Sudoku. I don't know Sudoku, so I can't. Winnie leaves Avery contemplating daily newspaper puzzles, returning to her seat behind the counter. So, thanks for telling me about last night. If you want to really get into the grisly details, you can tell me. I won't judge. Oh, whatever you do, don't drink the tea. Don't drink the tea. Don't. If it's tea from Sybil, don't drink it. Alright. I could tell you about last night, but what if you don't believe me? I'm not here to judge. I'm here to listen. You share everything. Glad to have someone to talk to about the horrors you've witnessed. Wow, that's some heavy stuff. No wonder Stella seemed distant. Monsters in the woods. I may not have lived here long, but I've never heard of anything like that happening around these parts. How exciting. I hadn't pegged you as a transplant. Where are you from? I moved here from Charlotte, gosh, 3 years ago now? Maybe a little more? I lost track. Aunt Winnie offered me a place to stay and a job. And who was I to pass on that sort of generosity? To be honest, it still feels like I just moved in. Practically everyone apart from the old folks grew up in this town, so it's like I'm the perpetual new kid. Don't get me wrong, folks. Here are plenty polite and friendly, but there's a shared history I'll never be a part of. Do you regret moving here? I don't think I have the choice to have second thoughts. I'm not going anywhere without Aunt Minnie. And there's no way she's leaving this place. Why did you leave Charlotte, if you don't mind me asking? Nah, it's cool. I was having some issues with my folks about my education, which wasn't great, especially since I was still stuck under their roof. You know, I'm curious as to what issues they had with their parents regarding their education. Maybe we'll learn more about that in episode 5. When my aunt heard about it, she offered me a job and place to stay, and the rest is history. I get it. I felt out of place the whole time I've been here. Folks on the whole have been plenty friendly, but life here is so different than what I'm used to. It's hard to explain, but I just don't feel like I belong. Exactly. There are worse ways to be, but I'm not sure I'll ever entirely feel like I belong here. All this is kind of exciting, isn't it? Yeah, who knows what's gonna happen next, but it sounds like those muscles of yours have already come in handy. If shit hits the fan, I'm gonna stick with you. I keep forgetting I chose powerful build. Oh man, it looks like my shift's starting. I hope you're doing a bit better. I'm gonna keep my ears open for you. The diner's where everyone comes to gossip, so I hear a lot about what goes on around here. I'll let you know if anyone mentions those monsters or anything else strange. Thanks, Avery. Avery slips out of the booth, giving a friendly halfway before disappearing into the back. You leave the diner ready to continue your day. Let's just head to the library. It's gonna be a bit different since Oscar knows who I am now. You enter the former town hall. It's quieter today, distinctly missing the presence of yesterday's 3 teenage girls. Oh hey, you made it. I'm surprised there wasn't, but then again we did visit the... Shh! You quietly hush still before heading over to her and Kenia's table. This is a library! Hey again, still filled me in about last night. You look tired. What should I say? It was pretty hard to fall asleep last night, all things considered. Can't say I got a wink myself. Yeah, same. Anyways, I guess we should get started. Oh, before I forget, we gotta talk about that photo you sent me this morning. Can you check this out? Odie found it in Tabby's garden this morning. Right in line of sight of his room. What is that liquid around it? It looks like pus. Some creep in a bloody mining uniform scared the shit out of me and Tabitha last night. I think it's him. Oh right, I remember you mentioning that. Dang, that's spooky. Wait, when did I mention that? Maybe still assault? Oh, that's... oh, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, that's right. I texted her. Sorry, I'm having trouble remembering. Like, it was technically like a week or so ago since I recorded those first 3 parts. Oh, that sounds like Wayne. He's been coming around my mom's tea room a lot. I don't know what's going on with him. That's, really concerning. Let us know if you need somewhere else to stay. I wonder if there's any connection between him and what's happened in the woods last night. Like what? I mean, I don't have anything specific, but we do have that whole prophecy of impending doom angle to explore. And this photo is weird. I can't stop thinking about those splatters on the ground. If he's sick, maybe it's from the creatures you encountered. Hey there, strangers. Hey, Oscar. This is Odie, Tabitha's kind. I actually already had the pleasure. We had an excellent conversation yesterday, though I think it might have gotten a bit heavy for my daughter. Though, speaking of Rosalina, none of you have happened to see her around town this morning, have you? I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she hasn't been answering my text, and I wanted to make sure she isn't getting into trouble up there. You know the crowd she hangs around with. They're good kids at heart. I disagree with that, but I'm sure they're just up at the old Maxwell place doing teen stuff. You know, I can't wonder why couldn't they just hang out there yesterday. I went up there plenty of times in my day, but I'll be sure to keep my eyes peeled. I mean, I already know what the old Maxwell place is, but what's the old Maxwell place? It's this great old abandoned spot, and it's practically a magnet for young people. Even honor students aren't free from its call. I can't believe I used to be so reckless. The floors were like Swiss cheese there. You're an honor student, Ika? Way to make me feel inadequate. But you're not the first. I Should really have a talk with Rosalina when she gets home. I don't like the thought of teens getting into mischief with all those ditchlings in the woods. Ditchlings? That's actually why we came in today. Have you ever heard of them? Apparently scene one's supposed to mean a disaster's around the corner. Doesn't ring a bell. Why are your glasses... Why is... like, the shine is like blocking your eyes. Dang, we're the shot. Okay, if you were to say trying to predict a horrible disaster that might befall our town, where would you start looking? Well, they say history repeats itself, so I'd probably try and figure out what sort of disasters this region typically falls prey to. Should I be worried about something? I don't know yet. I'll be right back. Gonna nab some more books. Behave while I'm gone, Gretchen. You don't have to worry about her. You're such a good dog, aren't you, Gretchen? Here, have a biscuit, old gal. Gretchen inhales the soft biscuit, drool leaking from her toothless mouth as she swallows it whole. Gretchen's really kind of adorable this shot. Oh, look at that little face. Sure Stell's barking up the wrong tree, Oscar. I don't think you have to worry about any horrible calamity befalling the town. But she's right about the weird stuff. There's definitely something unusual going on out in those woods. I don't believe in the supernatural stuff myself, but the woods aren't safe. I'm gonna try calling Rosaline again. I'm sure she's fine, really. Rosalie's a smart kid. She knows better than to go around getting into trouble, and we'll make sure to keep our eyes peeled. You sure about that? Are you sure about that? Well, if any of you run into her, would you let her know her dad is worried? Oscar anxiously wanders off, phone in hand. Got him just grabbed a whole mess of local history books. Stell sets a massive pile of books on the table and pulls up a chair. Alright, this is gonna be so much faster with the two of you here to help out. Got our snacks, got our books, let's get this research party started. Reading awaits. Oh, that's the thing, because I got the book smart tray, I can read more books. Well, I'm gonna stop here for now, and I'll continue later. Because, like, you know, I don't want my ears to get all puffy, and I don't want to, you know, wreck my voice reading all this dialogue. So, I'm gonna give myself a little break, and then I'll continue in the next part. So, thank you for watching, for those who have watched. Stay safe out there, all of you. Take care of yourself, and have a good day. Bye-bye.